Hi, and welcome back to another episode of Local Look, your local TV news program for Concord, Massachusetts. I'm Karlen Reed, your host. Today's episode is about affordable housing in Concord. This episode centers on a dedication ceremony that I attended for two affordable houses, a duplex, on Main Street in West Concord. These houses were built by Habitat for Humanity of Greater Lowell. I attended the dedication ceremony and interviewed several of the local proponents of affordable housing in Concord about this project and about other affordable housing issues and projects in general. I'll give you some additional context in a moment for this affordable housing project and several others coming down the pipe for Concord. Okay, now let's watch the video.
When we acquired this property, we wanted to do a duplex, and the town was all in favor of it, but they really wanted it to comport to the neighborhood. So they asked us to keep the footprint. We could have easily knocked the house down and put up a standard duplex, but if you're driving by, you cannot tell that this is an affordable house. It's one of the nicest houses now on the street. It's a duplex that is not also apparent. So everybody won. We got two great partner families in place. Concord got two more families added to the tax roll. The community got a home that is really in character with the neighborhood. And we brought a lot of people together, a lot of partners, a lot of volunteers, a lot of businesses, church groups, community groups to make this project happen. So Habitat is one of the few organizations where everybody wins, from the bottom to the top and everyone in the middle.
I think that's great. And your next project on 365 Commonwealth Ave, that's going to be about the same, another duplex, you think?
There's not room for a duplex, so it'll be a single-family home. The Concord Housing Authority had a plan in place to build a house that would have been rental, and it was just too expensive to do. So we decided to do a partnership with them. We're partnering with Concord Housing Authority, where we're going to do the build, and it's going to be a partner family-owned house once again. And we can do it a little more cheaply because we get a lot of materials donated. We have a lot of volunteers who work on the project. So again, it's going to be a win-win for everybody.
I think that's great. Do you have any estimate about how long it'll take to build the house at 365 Commonwealth Ave?
From the day we break ground, we should have it done within a year, probably much sooner. Sometimes it goes longer. This project actually started in 2019.
Okay, and that's because it was delayed by COVID or something else?
Well, partly delayed by COVID, partly there was a very complex procedure to get the property. A lot of different organizations came together to get the property. And then there was a very long and extensive conditions list that the town wanted in order to make sure this project was done right, and it really conformed with the neighborhood. And it was all right because we were still completing our Alpine Street project at the time, so it gave us plenty of time to acquire the land, get the permitting process in place, get the architectural plans done. But sometimes they can go very quickly, and sometimes it can take a couple of years.
It's absolutely a wonderful occasion. You know, there's been so many people that have made this come to fruition, and I want to thank the Habitat and all of the regional and local partners. There have been the town of Concord and its several housing entities have made this a reality also in terms of not only financially, but incredible collaboration and support. And then there's been hundreds of volunteers and, of course, the homeowners themselves who have all made this possible. So it's exciting. It's really exciting.
I'm so glad that you're able to come here to this dedication. Tell us about your role in the dedication and in this particular home and Habitat for Humanity. Charles?
Well, we were involved in the purchase of the land. We actually contributed. Let's see, I don't remember how much it was.
I don't either.
It was
for the purchase.
Yeah.
With the land purchase, a relatively small amount, but it made a difference, as I remember. So that was really our only involvement with it.
Well, there's probably more to it then. Yes.
I had a little more of a role, actually. I was the architect that actually designed the two units in the building. The main first floor is fairly similar to what it was originally, but the lower level turned from a dark, not so beautiful basement into a lovely two-bedroom unit.
And that's doing architecture for affordable housing is one of your specialties, isn't it?
Now that I'm retired, yes.
And Nancy, what kind of role did you play in this?
That's interesting. I would say my main role was editing and producing the newsletter, where we tried to educate people about the need for this and promote this particular project as much as possible. And our primary role as an organization is fundraising. So we try to beat the drum anytime we can.
Good, that sounds great. Now, are you folks also involved in the next Habitat for Humanity project over on 365 Commonwealth Ave? Are you involved in that?
Well, I'm a member of the Concord Housing Authority, and so we're involved in that to the extent that we've now, not me personally, but one other member on the board was involved in drawing up plans, and Tolly as well, drawing up plans and modified plans for the house. At the present time, the Housing Authority, I think, is basically handed the property over to Habitat, so they're in charge.
That sounds like a lot of fun. Are you involved, Holly or Nancy, in the next project, this 365 Commonwealth Ave?
I'm not involved right now, except I helped talk about making sure it would fit on the site. But I will say early on, Terry Rothermel, who was a leader in the Housing Foundation, really was the first person to find that project, raise his voice to the town about how there should be an affordable unit on it and an affordable home. And I wish he were here to see.
Yeah, I wish he were here too. He passed away just very recently, didn't he? Yes.
Last week, we do.
Very much. This was one of his heart projects, and this we talked about it at affordable housing at town meeting, as well as before the select board and the other boards as well.
Right.
Nancy, will you have a role with the next one?
Not individually, but certainly as part of the board, and doing whatever we can to raise money if money is needed for this project, which usually it is, so we'll be keeping our eye on that.
Everyone at Youth Build is fantastic, but never will you see a greater generational difference than me up here with paper and Youth Build speakers up here with iPhones. Speaking on behalf of our board, we have Elizabeth Garber, who is our board treasurer.
Thank you. Wow, so I'm Elizabeth Garber, I'm board treasurer, as Kevin just said, and it's an honor to be here speaking on behalf of such an amazing group. It's an honor to have been one of the 787 volunteers who turned this property into a home for, I'm so afraid of getting a name wrong at this moment. I've been like dreading it. Melissa, Lyric, Sebastian, Brianna, and Jalen. Thank you. I'd also love to, on behalf of the board of directors, just thank those 787 volunteers, our amazing corporate partners who have been with us through thick and thin, our donors who make everything possible. I'd like to thank our Tuesday crew. Wave to me if you're out there, Tuesday crew. Hello, Tuesday crew. The Tuesday crew, I hear, has put in so much effort, combined roughly 44% of the total effort in building this property. So thank you so much. I also, on a personal level, applaud the Tuesday crew. On a personal level, any mishaps that may have materialized the days after I was here, thank you, Tuesday crew. And on that note, thank you to John Maslowski and Bill Bulins. You are incredible teachers, some of the best I've ever worked with. Thank you for the advice and the guidance that you've given to our volunteers who come in and out. Thank you for teaching me to use new power tools. And John, thank you for entrusting me with the moneymaker for a few hours. That was very special. It's a hammer. We envisage a world in which everyone has a safe, secure place to live, where housing poverty and homelessness are eradicated. Our role in that is to build and renovate homes that are safe, secure, affordable, and energy efficient. And it's an honor to be a part of that mission. Do you know what? I have just forgotten the last two people I wanted to thank. Kevin, it's been an absolute pleasure working with you and seeing you blossom as the executive director incoming following Brenda's departure. You're an amazing leader, and to the staff, it is just an absolute pleasure and an honor beyond belief to be working alongside you in this mission.
Next on the program is the town of Concord. I don't know if anyone from the town was able to make it out today. Oh, wonderful. Before you take the mic, I just want to say how grateful I am to all the town officials in Concord. We were probably a great pain to deal with. We begged and borrowed for every concession. The town was amazing in helping us cut through red tape and navigate the building process. And I just want to thank everybody in the town of Concord. Thank you.
Thank you for that. Well, this is such a wonderful day, and so many partners have been already recognized in this effort, and especially the homeowners who had a dream and who pursued that dream, and here you are. So we hope that there are both the town and many housing partners in the town, housing groups in town, have joined all of you in making this a reality. And so we too wish you the very best, and welcome.
Thank you so much. And we look forward to working together on 365 Commonwealth Avenue coming up. Even though we closed on this house only a couple of weeks ago, they made this their home months ago, if not longer. Another speaker from another supporter, also a board member. We're so fortunate that so many of these organizations not only want to contribute volunteer hours and money, but join our board to help us grow and become a better organization. From Wells Fargo, Amanda Berry.
Hi. Contrary to what it says in the program, my name is not West Concord Union Church. My name is Constance Putnam. I bring you greetings from West Concord Union Church. Our pastor, the Reverend Hannah Brown, is unable to be here today. She's away on a long-planned family trip, but she asked me to share the following thoughts. We at West Concord Union Church have been both proud and happy to support this project with fundraising as well as labor. We are grateful to have been part of an effort that, so typical of Habitat for Humanity projects, has involved an impressive mix of faith communities, businesses, noisemakers, community groups, and individuals. We're grateful for the ongoing work carried on by the Greater Lowell affiliate of Habitat for Humanity to create affordable housing in our town and throughout the affiliate's catchment area. Both individually and as a church community, we at West Concord Union Church are happy to welcome these two families as our new neighbors. We have constructed and planted some new planters, you see here, as a housewarming gift for the two families moving in here. May this house, the neighborhood, and this town more generally prove to be a safe and welcoming place where you can thrive. May love and compassion fill this place. May good things grow here. Your health and happiness add to our health and happiness, and we hope to stay in touch. Speaking for myself, I have to say there's particular pleasure in working with Habitat close to my own house, after having been part of Habitat projects in several far-flung locations. Safe and affordable homes, whether built or remodeled, are critically important everywhere. Welcome to this particular community, Concord, and to the worldwide community that Habitat for Humanity represents. Thank you. Thank you for being here.
And now the main attraction. You've really come to see our partner families, and they are amazing. And speaking first are the champions, Brianna and Jalen.
Hello, everyone. I'm not the best at public speaking, so bear with me. I just wanted to say thank you for everything, honestly, these opportunities. I didn't even think that I would be able to have this opportunity, but I'm just so happy and blessed and just so overwhelmed with being able to live in Concord. I was essentially raised in Bedford, and I love the area. I love the suburban aspect of everything. I love the school systems. I love the people. Concord is just as amazing, and I always wanted to put my son in an area like this and have him grow up and live. It's a little expensive, but able to do it now, and I'm just so, like I said, overwhelmed that I'm able to give my son just a good life and a good home, a good neighborhood, an amazing school system, and just to be close to my family as well, and be able to still go to my parents' house for dinner, you know what I mean, and see my family and see my brothers and not have to live somewhere random and somewhere I'm not comfortable with. And I'm just so happy. Concord has been amazing. The people that live here have been amazing. The volunteers, the organizations, the companies, Habitat for Humanity, everyone has just been so amazing and kind and caring, and I'm just so happy. I'm very happy. I never thought I would have this opportunity. I'm like shaking right now, and I'm just, I can't say it enough. I'm just happy. So thank you so much. And can I say thank you?
Thank you.
And next, the McCarthy family, Melissa, Lyric, and Sebastian.
You coming up with me? This is my support person for right now, I guess. My name is Melissa McCarthy, and I am the upstairs homeowner. I look out into the crowd, and I've worked with many of you through all of this. I can't thank you enough for working by my side, being there with me. I am a talker. I have been told I'm a talker. So I'm going to try and keep this short and sweet, as I see Kevin staring over here, like, please, dear God, do not keep us here forever. But my question is to everyone is, if you look around, I want you to look at the person next to you, and I want you to know that each and every person that's next to you has played a role, an impact on us being here today. We have a home, a family, and we're settled. And I believe that Amanda, actually, when we first started this journey, had said something to us to the extent of a place to plant your roots. With Habitat, we haven't just planted our roots, we've grown. Over and over again through programs like Budget Buddies and other various people that have stepped up. Diane, who's listened to my countless phone calls and tears. Kim, who's listened to my perfectionist tendencies. And many more that have been there and held our hands throughout the way. John, who I annoy on a daily basis, but love so very much. I think the biggest thing that I want to remind everybody of is that Habitat is unique. There's a story that has touched my heart for a long time. It was about a train in Philadelphia that derailed last year. Does everybody remember that train? No? I want you to, if you feel comfortable and safe during COVID, grab the person's hand next to you and be reminded that those people built a human ladder to get all those people off the train. Habitat wasn't just our ladder. Our train was derailed. And they created the tracks and got us home. Thank you.
I think she's going to have some waterworks.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming.
And that alone makes it all worth it. Next, one of our traditions is a presentation by our construction manager, John Maslowski, toolbox and keys.
Hello, everyone. I have the pleasure of giving them toolboxes. I'm not sure what's in here. I didn't load them, but hopefully it's enough where they don't have to call. No, I'm just kidding. You can call me. You can call me anytime. You can call me anytime. We're under warranty for a year. I'm just kidding. Well, yeah, I'll get right to it. I want to present Melissa and Melissa with the toolbox. Thank you guys so much. I need a hug. Thank you. It's been a pleasure. Thank you. Picture. And next, Brianna. Thank you for all your patience. We've been trying to finish punch list stuff through the past couple weeks, and Brianna has been amazing with staying patient with us. I promised her we wouldn't leave until everything's done and 100%. We're not going to leave you hanging. But today we got mostly everything done. Once you guys get off my lawn, I can water it. But other than that, we're in pretty good shape. So thank you very much, and congratulations.
It's expensive to build here in Concord, isn't it?
It is. The reality is that we do get free labor. As you know, we have lots of volunteers, but we do have to pay for supplies, although we have a lot donated. If I recall correctly, the budget for this house was well over $300,000. And we do have lots of sponsors. You met some folks from Salesforce today and NetScout. But it is expensive. And the other thing to know is we don't get to set the house price based on the cost. We're told by the state what it costs, and that's what we charge the families. So it doesn't really matter at the end of the day what the house costs. They tell us, and then we go out and fundraise as best we can. And we're in a good position here. I think we've covered pretty much all of our expenses here. It's taken us 1.5 years since we acquired the home. We have a little cushion left, and we might exceed that, and we'll figure out from there. But yeah, absolutely very expensive.
Okay, well, the median price for a home in Concord these days is well over $1 million.
It is. Well, just to put that in perspective, so our families make up to 60% of median income, which is somewhere between $50,000 and $60,000. So we have to make sure that our mortgage with them is 30% of their income, so roughly around $600 or $700 without escrow, which is, of course, their homeowners and their taxes, which they get to pick on the homeowners, not the taxes. The taxes are based on the affordable rate that is set by the town of Concord, in part because what's the point of giving them a home like this and then they have to pay $8,000 in taxes? That's not workable for us. So the town of Concord also has an affordable rate for the homeowners. At the end of the day, they're paying roughly about $1,000, $1,100 for a mortgage, which we know is nothing like what folks pay.
Especially for a lovely home like this.
It is.
Good.
Yes.
Okay, now let's get some context. The next Habitat project is going to be 365 Commonwealth Ave in Concord. This is located near Warner's Pond and Giroux Park. Kevin Fusco of Habitat for Humanity of Greater Lowell said that they can start this project soon, and the Concord Housing Authority is also working on this project. Another affordable housing project is Junction Village, also known as Christopher Heights. This is the 83-unit senior living facility, assisted living facility, that's going to be built on Commonwealth Ave also. The Municipal Affordable Housing Trust Committee in town is going to be asking the Concord Select Board for $1 million to keep this project going. The project has run into some unexpected construction costs. The trust wants to use some of the funds that the town has received from ARPA, ARPA, or from the trust funds that the town has given the trust over the last couple years. The trust says that without Junction Village, the town will fall below its 10% affordable housing threshold, which will have some dire consequences for regulating future development in the town under Chapter 40B. Another housing approach is through the Community Preservation Act, which the Community Preservation Committee administers. At the town meeting coming up April 30th of 2023, we're going to see a proposal by the Concord Housing Development Corporation, a request for $100,000 to pay for the pre-development expenses of the new Assabet Bluff housing project. This is the project off of Old Marlborough Road and Upland Road that we approved at town meeting last year, where we purchased the property. Now they're going to start developing it. For Old Marlborough Road, there's an existing 2-unit structure there that needs some serious renovations. On the Upland Road side, the funds will be used to do site design and zone permitting to add 3 new affordable units on that property. Also at town meeting, we may be seeing a request, a warrant article seeking town permission to once again refile the home rule petitions for the real estate transfer fee and the building permit surcharge. On September 14th, the Housing Production Plan Steering Group held a community forum about the town's housing stock. This is a review of the housing stock and the plans going forward. That's done every 5 or 7 years. Last time it was done in 2015. The presentation that was given gave 10 different goals for the town and lots of strategies, but didn't really prioritize the goals. And so the steering committee is seeking comments, public comments, on the housing production plan. And those comment period will start November 1. After that, the steering committee will put together the plan along with the comments and report back to the select board in December for the select board's approval of the Concord Housing Production Plan. Okay, that's all that we have time for today. I wanted to thank you again for tuning in to another episode of Local Look, your local TV news program for Concord, Mass. Come join us again when we have another look at our town's inner workings. I'm your host, Karlen Reed, and thank you and goodbye.